like dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria.
Wow! Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer, and today I've got one hell of a flick lined up for us. It is Woo Sang Park's 1987 forgotten classic. It is Miami Connection, and I have discovered this one this year for the first time, and I am just blown away at the awesomeness of this flick. Let's get right down to this one. One of my favorites here is Miami Connection. Miami Connection is an off-the-rails action flick that goes above and beyond in its pursuit for top-notch entertainment bliss. Drenched in 80s charm and overflowing with bombastic flavor, this long-lost cinematic gem is one for the record books. The film follows a Taekwondo rock band called Dragon Sound as they desperately try to keep the city streets of Orlando, Florida safe from an evil gang of motorcycle-riding ninjas who are attempting to take control of the local narcotics trade in the area. Armed with badass tunes and impeccable fighting moves, Dragon Sound takes to the streets as they clash multiple times with ninjas, thugs, bikers, and anyone else that tries to put them down, all in the name of rock and roll. Get ready for one wild-ass flick, one that kicks ass, takes names, and does it all in abundant style. The film stars YK Kim, a Korean-born Taekwondo extraordinaire who takes on the role of Mark, the leader of the rad bad group of martial arts musicians known as Dragon Sound. Kim is absolutely entertaining in this role as the extremely positive master of this ridiculously optimistic group of friends. His enthusiasm in this film is infectious, and it seeps into every aspect of this production, from the fight choreography all the way to the outlandish and oftenly peculiar dialogue. It's actually quite endearing to see him give it his all in this role, and you can really tell that he loves the art of Taekwondo. In effect, this unabashed portrayal really adds to the overall fun of the film, helping us to get swept up in this entirely strange world that lives within Miami Connection. Aside from the extremely enjoyable oddity that is YK Kim's expressive acting performance, it's his energetic martial arts skills that really make his character stand out in the film. From over-the-top death blows to madcap samurai sword action, YK Kim just goes balls to the wall in delivering some insane sequences and highly memorable moments. It's without a doubt that Kim is the driving force in this film, and he takes it for everything it's worth, and then some. Supporting Kim in this energetic role is a cast of equally curious characters, all with their own quirks that add to the overall flavor of the film. The standouts are Vincent Hirsch as John, the rough and tough bad dude with a heart of gold, Kathy Collier as Jane, the sexy siren with brother issues, and Maurice Smith as Jim, the goofy yet lovable orphan who just found his father. All of these actors do a great job with the material, and they manage to match YK Kim in reflecting that out-of-control style that is at the heart of this movie. Of course, you couldn't have a film without the bad guys, and Miami Connection brings the goods in that department. William Urgel takes on the role of Jeff, Jane's brother, and leader of a gang of local thugs hired by the Miami Ninjas. Urgel is an outstanding prick throughout the film, and the laughability of most of his scenes is through the roof on the entertainment Richter scale. These moments are some of the most blatantly awkward of the film, and that's saying a lot, but the strangeness of his performance is genuinely enjoyable and matches with the rest of the actors to perfection. If I haven't already stated, Miami Connection is no Shakespearean production. The acting is atrocious and the overall vibe of the flick is painstakingly outrageous, but to me that's what makes it so damn enjoyable. It inhabits a world of its own and owns up to it entirely. You have to admire a film like that, especially when the end result is just so much damn fun. Speaking of fun, C.Y. Joe rounds out the cast of baddies with his take on the character of Yashido, the leader of the Miami Ninjas. Often sporting a badass ascot and palling around with his ninja bikers, Yashido is without a doubt the cream of the crop when it comes to odd characters. Much like Jeff, Yoshido is an oddity that never stops giving, as we are gifted with scene after scene of his off-the-wall antics and extremely laughable leadership skills. The guy is a B-grade villain to the fullest, and much like the entire cast of Miami Connection, he gels to perfection in that crazy 80s action sense. With the highly entertaining characters of this film aside, I have to talk about the general feel of this flick. This is one 80s movie that just relishes in the era. From rocking tunes to neon colors, this film has it covered, and the inclusion of the central band Dragon Sound is just the top of the cherry of this deliciously cheesy sundae. There are 2 original songs that the band plays during the runtime of the film, named Against the Ninja and Friends, and I have to say they both kick some serious ass. These are those kind of tunes that get stuck in your head for days, and I have to say that the songwriters did a bang-up job in composing them for the film. They definitely captured the spirit of the movie and are an extremely enjoyable addition to the film. As for the action of Miami Connection, it is in hefty abundance. From rough, tough street brawls, to nightclub throwdowns, to junkyard battles, the flick has it all, and they are all filmed in an energetic style that flows perfectly throughout the film. If I can summarize this film in the most succinct of ways, it would be that it is a mixture of 80s video games like Bad Dudes, Double Dragon, and Final Fight, with a twist of Purple Rain for the music portions. Of course, all done in the most low-budget and silliest of ways. In truth, the film does feel like a live-action version of Double Dragon, and to me, that is what makes this movie just that much more entertaining. If you've got just one nostalgic bone in your body for the 80s, then this flick is for you. Miami Connection is one of those films that truly encapsulates the fun of the 80s. It's like a time capsule for those madcap years when entertainment was fun, fast, and extremely off the wall. YK Kim and company really gave it their all in throwing themselves into this film, and you have to commend their honest and genuine approach to the material, even when it branches off into some highly confusing moments and poorly acted scenes. To me, that's what gives the movie its charm. It's odd, it's unusual, but it's never forgettable. When you add on top of that the fervent action scenes, the fantastic soundtrack, and the overall fun that the film has to offer, then you've got yourself a recipe for one hell of a good time. If you're into these kind of cult films and you love the obscure and obtuse, then you owe it to yourself to check this one out. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Miami Connection is a badass 80s flick that just doesn't quit. And there you have it, guys, my favorite discovery of this year. Miami Connection, I mean, it is 80s to perfection. And it's just highly enjoyable, and you will laugh throughout the whole film. It is just insane. It is an insane flick. But I hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope that enticed you to hunt that one down, because you will not be disappointed, like I said. Fun to the last. That's it for me today, guys. Hope you enjoyed that review, and I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, well, would you please like and subscribe. And if you want, you can leave a comment below, because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, guys, I will see you at the next movie review. Take care.